Hey folks, Brandon here. I'm doing something different with my reviews now. I'm gonna try to show my face more often. And I'm doing this because I feel like showing the movie trailer or showing video clips gets very repetitive over time. So I'm gonna try to actually show my face on camera and talk about the certain film that I'm looking at or video game or whatever. Because I feel that an opinion, when you say your opinion, really helps that you show your face because it shows that you're serious or show your facial expressions and whatnot. But anyway, today's film we're looking at is a film that I was always recommended to watch. It was recommended to me by my friends, my cousins, my film teacher, everyone. And I never got a chance to do it, to watch this movie because I kept putting it off. But now, I finally did watch it, so with that, this is my review on Do the Right Thing. Do the Right Thing is a Spike Lee film, of course, made back in 1989. Insert All Dogs reference here. Of course, it was very popular at the time, but also very controversial, and it remains controversial to this day. But of course, let's talk about the story, seeing why this film got so much of the publicity that it got. The story follows a neighborhood on a very, very hot day in Brooklyn, where we take the several different POVs of different characters in this movie. One of them being Moki, who's played by Spike Lee, who's essentially the main protagonist, but I guess you can't really call him that. I would say he's more of the well, whatever. Anyhow, he works at this pizzeria owned by Sal, who is played by, I believe his name was Danny Arletto or something like that, and one of his sons, Pinko, who's played by Michael Turturro, who you might recognize from the Transformer movies. And basically this film centers around racial tension. I mean, we're talking about a neighborhood that has African Americans, Italians, Hispanics, I believe Chinese. I'm not too sure. But anyway, it's all about racial tension, and all happens, this entire film happens in one day. And just shows the racial tension build up as the day progresses on this hot day where no one wants to take crap for anyone, no one wants to deal with anything difficult. It just really builds up. Really positive points about this movie. The scenery is very nice. I like it's very colorful. It's really cool to look at, and I love the camera movements. It's not really something I really critique on in my reviews, but I really liked the transitions, the way it pans in. Like when two people are arguing, the camera will go very close up to their face, and it'll keep switching from back to forth from different characters arguing, like just getting up all in their face. You really feel the intensity of the fight they're having. It's really crazy. Actors in this movie. Spike Lee did a good job, as he usually does in his movies. I like his work. I think the only other film I saw though was Miracle in Santana, but that's a different film. A lot of other characters stand in this movie besides Spike Lee's character. One of them is his friend Bugging Out, who is essentially a troublemaker. He's the one who causes the first uprising of the racial tension in the neighborhood. He goes to the pizzeria and complains about there not being any black people on the Wall of Fame. There's only Italians. Which personally I would take Sal's side, which Sal is the owner of the pizzeria, because it's his place, he can do what he wants with it, and those people didn't black people or black like people like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X just do not affiliate to him. But no, Bugging Out has to complain about that. He has to believe that there has to be a picture of a black person on the Wall of Fame. So he starts off the racial tension in this movie, and just builds on from there from different scenarios. There are a few other characters that do stand out. Like there's this guy named the Mayor, who's the town drunk essentially. But the funny thing is, he's the town drunk, and yet he's the only good character in this movie. He's the only decent character in this movie. There might be one more, which is the nun sister, which he constantly hits on, constantly wants to show that, give me some recognition here, give me some acknowledgement. I think they may be the only two good characters in the film that aren't, self-centered or angry or hateful or spiteful, because that's what that is what most of the people in this movie are. They're full of hate, and they hate people for different reasons, not because of the day, but because of who they are. Like Pinko, played by John Turturro, he's racist. He doesn't like black people and doesn't like hanging out with Monkey there, who's working at the pizza parlor. He doesn't like him. It's crazy. And it just builds off from different things. Like Marky does not like him. Pinko does not like Marky. A few other black African American folks do not like the Chinese shop that's across the street. They just hate them for some reason because they think they're more successful and they will always be more successful. It's basically stereotyping, but what can you do? Now, I will say though that this film is not about the actors, even though there are a very good few of them. I mean, this is Martin Lawrence's first film, which is kind of funny because he goes from Do the Right Thing to the other crap he keeps doing. Samuel Jackson's in the film as a radio talk host, but he doesn't really add much to the story. He's just there for entertainment value. And, oh, the one other good thing about this film is the music. I love the music. It fits in so well. Of course, you have Public Enemy's song, Fight the Power, classic song. I will say, though, that the one track that I wish was there was the song Do the Right Thing. I'm surprised that that song was not in this movie. You don't have Do the Right Thing in the movie Do the Right Thing, and they came out at the same time. But whatever, you can't complain about that. But really, this movie's not about the actors or the settings or the camera movements. It's about its message. And of course, this is a film that focuses on racism, because everyone in this neighborhood kind of hates each other. Everyone is hot, mad. They're spiteful. They don't like each other. They don't want to compromise with one another. And it really just, the racial tension starts off at the very beginning where Moki's friend, which I told you, complains about there being no black people on the wall. And that racial tension just builds up from there, from different scenarios, and builds up to the ultimate climax of the film, which I won't spoil for you. But it's hard to make out in a film like this who is the good guy. It's a movie called Do the Right Thing, and essentially, by the end of it, no one does the right thing. No one does anything good. And just, this is a movie that shows what hate can do, what feeling hate to someone just because of their different skin color or how they act and such, just what it will do to other people and how it leads to basically blind destruction. How a person immediately takes action after they get extremely pissed off, extremely angry, and then normally when someone does this, they would think about it afterwards, like, wow, did I actually do that? Did I actually cause that trouble? Did I cause that damage? In this movie, no one gives a damn. No one gives a damn about what damage or trouble it causes. Like, fine, it's justified. And that's really the main point of this film, is that it makes you take sides, which I really don't want to. I won't say who it makes you take sides with, but by the end of it, you'll see for yourself if you ever go to watch it. But something significant happens by the end of the movie. The racial tension just finally explodes by the end of it, and let's just say that one of the main essential characters you will not be seeing ever again. And this, it makes you want to figure out whose side is right, and who was right here. Was one side right, or was the other side right? In my opinion, no one in this was right. No one deserved what happened to them. It just, they did everything out of spite, out of anger, of course, because something real significant happened, which is understandable. But really, no one deserved anything that happened in this film. No one deserved to get hurt. No one deserved to have their precious things destroyed. It was just crazy. It makes you think, like, this is just insanity. This is madness. This is freaking 300 quote right there, but whatever. It's a film that I guess if people, certain people will take sides with this kind of movie like this. They'll say that, oh no, they were right. They were, of course, you're valuing property over the loss of a man's life. What's wrong with you? And then the other side's like, well, yeah, but he's not responsible for that guy, certain guy who is not in the rest of the film anymore. He's not responsible for him dying. No. So it's a film that really wants you to take a different side, but I just refuse to do it because I feel that no one here did the right thing. Of course, ironically, Do the Right Thing is the name of the movie, and no one does the right thing. So I feel that this is a film that cannot have a full opinion. It cannot just be one thing. This is what everyone thinks about Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. This film will constantly have different opinions, different meanings, different symbolism type of things in it that, of course, people will pick out, which is good because it's not a film that really needs a full of everyone's opinion. It doesn't need to be like one thing. It can be several other meanings. It can have several for different symbolism type of things in it, which is good. But I will say though that what I got from it is that hatred leads to blind destruction, no matter what it is. It could be because you're mad at someone for what they did to you, or even the stupidest thing, which I believe is judging someone for the color of their skin. It just leads to blind hate, blind spite, and just overall destruction for everyone and everything around them. That's what I got from this. Because even at the end, there is no reconcile, there is no happy ending, but there isn't a sad ending either. It's just an ending that goes, well, that solved everything. So, Do the Right Thing is a good film. I enjoyed it. I really did. I think a lot of other people will enjoy a movie like this, especially if you like Spike Lee's work, if you like what he does, definitely do check it out. I will say though, this kind of movie might infuriate a few people, and not because of the race thing, but also because of how it ends and how like there's no real conclusion to it. There's no reconcile or anything like that. But I would definitely recommend for anyone to check it out, because it's really a film that deserves a whole bunch of different opinions on, and you really have to just formulate what the heck the meaning behind the movie is, no matter what type of person you are, because I think that every other person's opinion on this movie will be different, and they will not pick up the same thing that I picked up from the film. They will pick up something different. Like maybe they will side with one side, or maybe side with the other. Well, I think that no one was right in this movie, or in any case. So, with that, I definitely recommend Do the Right Thing. I definitely recommend you check it out and get your own, have your own thoughts about the movie. Definitely look into it. Definitely check it out whenever you can get the chance, because I put it off for like a few years now. So, but I'm glad I watched this movie, and I think that a lot of people will be glad that they watched it also. So with that, I'd like to thank you for watching this review, and I would just like to say one thing. Now that everything in Do the Right Thing has happened, will it be mean to say that does this mean I can't still like Elvis? And if you don't understand me, watch the movie. So anyway, I would thank you for watching this review. I would like to say that this is not over. This is actually the first part and a two-part sort of thing to Do the Right Thing. One is my review, and the other is my good friend Daniel, or DPSDPQ2, his analysis on the film. Because I feel that he will be able to really go into analysis of what exactly the meaning is to this movie, because I'm just thinking off the top of my head here. So definitely check out his part of the movie. I will definitely put the link in the description whenever I can get a chance, when she puts up the video. And I hope you're able to make up, actually understand like half the crap that came out of my mouth about this, but since it is a very difficult film to talk about. And with that, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time.
That's a clue, and it's true. Yo, don't want a brand new sweater, make your life better, and do the right thing. Do the right thing. You got to do the right thing. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. You got to do the right thing. Do the right thing, yeah.
Doctor?
Come on, what?
Always do the right thing.
That's it?
That's it.
I got it. I'm gone.